What's up, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Faceless Political Mumbo Jumbo. I am you, you are we, and we are all. And as we keep progressing in this bullshit, I hope everyone is starting to realize how much that makes sense. I'm starting to realize how much that even makes sense, and I came up with it, but it's really starting to really um, God, what's the word? Man, but it's really starting to uh, take shape. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, because we're starting to see as we're getting into this how we are all, what do I always say, connected. We're all connected. So yeah, this is really just we're just gonna shoot and talk off the rip tonight. We're talking off the rip because we got a lot of crazy shit. I didn't even like really write things down because we're just gonna talk about what's going on right now. I mean, we've got Trump and Elon breaking up, and as I always want to pose the question to everybody out there, um, and this is just for who's ever listening, if not, even if it's just that one person who's listening, uh, that starts to really start think differently. Why do we accept white mediocrity? Why do we as a society do we accept white mediocrity? And now we see how much we are accepting it because as all the bullshit has been pushed on this country, the anti DEI, all that shit about not wanting to be woke, now we're all seeing the bullshit, the lie that's been sold to Americans, to this country, to really to the world. But we're seeing the lie just unfold before our eyes with the a whole clown car in office and all the racism and nepotism front and center for all of you to see. Everybody that voted for this bullshit, that thought you were better than, thought you were something different. But what are you saying now? That you are the other. And as this goes on, because yeah, oh, you bet this is just the beginning of it. This is just the beginning of it. All this shit in LA, these raids, they're going to LA because LA is filled with the Latino population. And one of the things I want to talk about that is real interesting, something that somebody brought up on another YouTube show I was watching was yeah, where are the Latinos at? Where are you at, Latinos? Where you guys at? Prominent Latinos? You know what I'm saying? The black community knows, everybody knows how the black community gets down. The black community has people in place that are going to go out there, they're going to talk, they're going to do not as many people in place as they used to be. But there are those people in place that are going to go out there, they're going to be in front and center, talking, being voices for the people. But now that this shit has been turned on you motherfuckers, now that you have voted against your own best interest because you wanted that proximity to whiteness, you wanted to feel like you were better than that other Latino person. Not just that you were better than black people, but you wanted to feel like you were better than that other type of Latin person. You know what I mean? And now a lot of you Latins, honestly, I believe, are being quiet because they're in LA and you feel like, oh, there's a lot of Mexicans in LA and you all feel like you're better than the Mexicans. But what you motherfuckers don't realize is that, oh, this is just the beginning. But you already see they're getting the Venezuelans and the Cubans. So they're not going to stop. They're going to go every fucking place. So all you prominent Latinos that are out there, better fucking wake up. You better wake up. You better open your mouths. I will vote for Donald, all that I will vote for Donald Trump bullshit. Better throw that shit out the fucking window because when he puts your motherfucking Tio and Tia and your abuela and in fucking handcuffs and your little 10-year-old niece in handcuffs and throws her ass in a van and sends her ass off to who knows fucking where, then what the fuck are you gonna say? I mean, it's really just pathetic. It's sad. It's sad to see that you can have a whole, just groups of people out there that have bought into this notion to the point where they'll even, almost denounce their culture. A lot of them that will even say that they're white. Be like, I'm white. You know what I mean? As if they're not from this whole Latin country. It's crazy, but now this shit's coming to bite you in your ass because when you out there and you notice that they see that tint of that skin tone, they see that brown skin tone, they hear that little slight accent, and they're like, knowing that you are not white, but realizing that it ain't all cracked up to be fucking white anyway, and you should be fucking proud of who you are, and realize that there are strength in numbers, and that as a whole, stop trying to shit on other Latinos and join all together. Stop trying to shit on other black people and join together, because black people have been fighting for you all along, and which is the reason that you have all the rights in this country in the first damn place. And all you white people that are being silent, because there's a whole lot of white people that are being silent that really need to be dealing with this shit, because this is your shit. This is your shit. And we're in this place because this shit has never been dealt with. And now all of it's come to a head. And this, they said the rot is always from the top. The rot is always from the top. And people want to just keep the media is guilty of it. They just fired the news anchor that had the interview with the Orange McFlurry. I had to catch myself. Because I said I was going to stop using that fat motherfucker's name. So the orange, fat, Chucky looking motherfucker that had an interview with him and basically just pushed back. He didn't even push back. He just basically was like, hey, there is no MS-13 on this picture, sir. Like, if you use your eyeballs, but they probably don't work, but if you were able to use your eyeballs, you would be able to see. But your old ass can't see shit. You shouldn't be doing this job because you're not equipped for this job, man. You're not equipped. But he tried to just go on with the interview. Actually kind of helped him out by just moving on with it. And ABC has the nerve to fire this man. So who's accountable for actually giving the facts and journalism to these people? And any people out there watching Fox, you need to just get off that shit, because that shit is just like crack. You're just out there just smoking all the crack you can daily, listening to all the bullshit lies, because then people are just feeding you full of shit. Because you can go on, you can find the facts anytime you want to. You can Google the facts, shit. Even Grog on fucking Twitter has the facts. And now Elon's bending the knee because his ass doesn't want to get sent back to South Africa probably. Or doesn't want to get his money jacked because, the Orange McFlurry is real petty and vindictive. Who knows what he might do? He doesn't want to lose those contracts. But at any rate, he has been bought. He's bought and paid for. And all this shit is being pushed through. And they're literally making every attempt to turn this country into the Handmaid's Tale. Granted, the orange fat turd has lost pretty much all of his court cases. So all the shit he's doing is just basically just straight illegal. And I hope nobody watches that fucking parade bullshit that he's having to glorify himself. Watch the Pope. Check this shit out on YouTube later from your YouTube subscribers that you like to hear, and they'll do little takes on it, hot takes, but nobody needs to watch this shit. That shit needs to get the lowest ratings that anything could ever get. Turn that shit the fuck off. Turn your TV all the way off for that bullshit. But what else is going on in this country? We're in a real interesting place, people. We're in a very oh, by the way, like, comment, and subscribe. Anyone that's in here listening, if you have anything to shed what I'm talking about, anyone else is listening, make sure you like and you comment and you subscribe. I mean, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna talk my shit anyway. Talk about this shit because it's, like I said, this is healthy for me just to vent because we're in crazy times, and there's a lot of people out there that just were misled, and I do think as a society we need to come together. People have got to come together because LA is just the first place. When he wrote that release, whatever, for the National Guard, the Marines, to be deployed into LA, which also is bullshit anyway, because it was only in one place of LA, and the police department could have handled all that shit, and Trump's just, or the Orange McFlurry, my bad, there I go, I take it back. But he's just basically trying to pit everybody against each other, coming up with some shit, deploying people for no reason because he hates the blue states, even though the blue states make all the fucking money in this country. And all you red states depend on the blue states. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, your boy is batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. And he's trying to drive this country to hell and trying to turn it into the Handmaid's Tale. People are going to be in the streets. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think people are going to be in the streets where you're at? What are people going to do if somebody comes in your neighborhood and starts dragging people out of their houses? Taking people that are construction workers. I mean, he's trying to really just tank this economy because, I mean, what does he think's going to happen if all these immigrants that really are the backbone of this country, the backbone of the country, man, they build all the houses. They build the houses. They are, cleaning up people's houses. They're in the restaurants, taking care of people every day. What do these people think they're going to do without all of the immigrants in this country? And honestly, why do these people have such a hair up their ass for these immigrants in the country in the first place? Because I don't know. I can't think of a day that I just walk around and I'm just thinking like, damn, all these motherfucking immigrants. Why are all these people just flowing into this country? Flowing in. They're just getting into my motherfucking way. Who wakes up thinking about that? Who is having a problem with an immigrant? If anything, you're getting some cheap labor on something that you need to have built or something because of some immigrants that are in this country. So who is being, having some type of problem from immigrants? Nobody's losing any jobs from immigrants. The only thing this country does is benefit from immigrants. They pay taxes and don't even get shit out of it. And yet all these people are talking shit. And why is it that this country is so hell-bent on having white men run it? We see what's happening right now. This shit is coming back on this country, but this is the sins of this country coming back to haunt this damn country. Because now you have a racist, the whole country voted for a racist, not the whole country, but most of the country. And who's to say that election wasn't, now that's an election that, that shit could definitely have been rigged. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was rigged. That's some shit that could have been rigged because I don't see all these people really voting for that motherfucker. But at any rate, the dude is in office. He's in office and he's a racist and he's a bigot. And there is no way the man can leave office without dealing with all of the racism and bigotry that he has unleashed. You can't just move on without dealing with it. because now he's unleashed it on everybody. This fool said people were eating dogs and cats, and people could not see in front of their own, in front of themselves and in front of their hatred, the hatred that people must have in their souls to vote for somebody that said the things that this man has said about other people, their neighbors in their society. I just go back again to how were you people raised? How were these motherfuckers raised? How were people in this country raised? And how dumb are we getting as a nation? How dumb are we getting as a nation? Because this is some crazy shit to be in a situation where we have this many people that are being led astray to the point where they'll vote against their own interests, vote against the people in the country that's come from their country, and vote against the people that are trying to get here from the country to make a better life for themselves. To be that selfish. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I just had to get on and talk about this insane shit that we're in this new America. Uh, yeah. Stay woke.